It's Monday morning, 2 days after Christmas, and I'm over at the house. Been working here all day despite my back being pretty locked up still. I have an appointment at the chiropractor for Wednesday, but right now I'm still pretty sore. A little better than yesterday, but still getting there. So let me flip this around and show you what we got going on. Welcome to episode 36. So today I've been working on getting the rest of this accent wall done. I have one more piece to fill in up there, which is drying right here, because I realized I had not caught that up with the rest of them when I was ready to put it up. So I put another coat of stain on it and gotta have it match the rest of them. We can't have it look out of place. So this turned out really nice. I'm super happy with it. Kind of has a cool vintagey vibe to it. Yeah, I like it. So I still got to finish drywalling lots of spots. We got some of it done. But in other big news, this noise you hear back there, that's just my fan running because we spilled some water. Let me shut this off. We spilled some water when we were firing up the boiler, and so I'm trying to dry that up. But this fancy thing right here is actually working now. We have water running through the floor, so through the boiler, through the floor, warming this place up. So if we come over here, and by the way, the attic is completely insulated now. I went overboard on it. It's really awesomely done. But look at this, we got this fancy thermostat. Even has Rob Skolton's name on it. 61 degrees in here, and it's very quiet. No more giant DeWalt salamander heater going. Nice and quiet in here. Way better. I don't have all those propane fumes. I don't have moisture on the windows because the salamander heater does create moisture too. It's a byproduct of heating with propane, but the boiler's vented outside of the house, so we don't have any of that. So the next step for me, once my back is feeling better anyways, is to get some more drywall hung, get all of the mudding and taping done up on that ceiling. I don't mind that, strangely enough. I don't mind the mudding part, but I got a lot to do. So, and then we can get some fixtures in here. We can get some toilets, some running water in the sink on the island, get the dishwasher running, get the washer and dryer hooked up. I still have to work on the shower surround, but it's coming together. I feel like we're gonna be living in this place very soon, very soon. I still have to insulate all these interior walls too. Not that they need it, but for sound, it will be a lot nicer if they are insulated. So all that stuff is on my to-do list. So I got a full week ahead of me. I am not gonna get bored. Good morning. It's Wednesday, and I'm a couple days behind between pulling my back out, and I ended up guiding yesterday, which was good. We got a beautiful steelhead, and it was a good day, but I am a couple days behind where I wanted to be on the house. So let me show you what I'm working on today. All right, so in the utility room, we officially have the boiler going. The heat is really nice. The warm floor is pretty awesome. So today, I want to get that washer and dryer in here. It's not gonna happen today, but before I can put it in here, I need to seal this floor. So I've cleaned it up really good. And what I have is this Eagle gloss coat. So it's just gonna be clear coat on the concrete. And I watched a few videos on this particular brand and everybody loves it. So that's what we're working on today. I'm gonna brush all of the edges and then roll a coat on and see if I need to do another coat. All right, it doesn't say anything about stirring it up. And I don't think I can stir it up because it's got a bit on it. Oh gosh. It's basically just a clear acrylic. It's supposed to cover really well. You are supposed to put 2 coats on, one dry, and then come back later and do the second coat. But it should darken up this concrete a lot, I would think. So I'm just brushing it on here. I'll try to get it kind of even here. Probably put some knee pads on. I'm just gonna brush the edges and then I'll come back with a roller and do all the bigger parts. Hopefully it's not too stinky. Alright, basically I'm just gonna dump it onto the bucket. Like that. Put the coat on. The only bummer is I wish it came in a satin sheen. It only comes in gloss that I could see. I would rather have a satin. But this got really good reviews and it seemed to be the simplest way versus like epoxy. Thought about doing epoxy, but that is a lot more work. This is super simple. All right, good news. I have finally just completed my accent wall. So all done except for obviously all of the trim work, which will be the last thing to happen. But as you walk in my front door here, bang, as you walk in the front door, that is what you will see. So then the opposite wall, the wall right behind me, planning on doing the same thing, only this wall will be the white to match the pantry. And I'm considering on the stained wall to do all of the trim in white, just to sort of set things off. And then all of the white walls will be trimmed with stained rough sawn pine. So what do you think? I'd like to hear your opinions. All right, so I got my little fan on medium here drying this floor, and it's already looking kind of dry. You're supposed to be able to walk on it after 4 hours, but here's the difference between the uncleared and the cleared. I like it. I think it looks really cool. This is how we're gonna do the entire house. But I tell you what, that stuff is smelly. I had to crack the window open there so I don't get a buzz. Drying up good though. Good morning, y'all. It's Thursday morning. Yep, my hair's getting longer. Thursday morning, and yesterday kind of got away from me between going to the chiropractor and then spending the rest of the day with my mother-in-law, going to get a washer and dryer an hour away for my son, because he's trying to get an apartment and needs a washer and dryer. My mother-in-law, God bless her heart, is an amazing woman and thoughtful and found a good deal on a washer and dryer. So we went to get it. Long story, the truck broke down and all sorts of stuff went wrong, but we got it. So I'm back at it today. My buddy Justin's coming over. Let me show you what we're doing today. Today is to get this whole wall covered. the wall that has the big slider going against the woods there. I want to get that completely covered. So what I'm doing is I'm putting 1/2 inch OSB up 45 inches from the floor, and then my base trim will be 5.5 inch rough sawn pine, and then I'm gonna do the 36 inch tall rusty galvanized that you saw me rust in an earlier video. On top of that, a 2x4, so 3.5 inch tall rough sawn pine, and then above that, drywall. So drywall will go all the way to the bottom of the header, and then we'll have another rough sawn trim piece to cover that entire header. So the goal is to get drywall on, to get OSB on, and possibly even the galvanized on, which you see over there, which looks really cool, all rusty and aged. One more thing here. So let's see if I got enough light back here, but I came over last night and put the second coat of clear on the floor in the utility room. So this has 2 coats of clear now. It's a little dark in here right now, but it's really, I like it. It should keep anything from penetrating the concrete and staining it, but it has just a really cool texture, really industrial, and I like that. I think that looks cool. So I'm gonna try to get this washer and dryer over here in this corner today as well. So Justin will be helpful for that. Holy cow. This is what a trip to Grand Rapids does to the Jeep. This is a mess. All the crud they put on the roads. Check this out though. The old Jeep holds a lot more insulation than I expected. I got that thing packed to the gills. And we've been getting a lot of condensation on the windows because the house is sealed up so good. So I picked up a Toshiba dehumidifier. We'll give that a try, see how that works. Holy smokes, we have been working hard. After church yesterday, we worked till like 6 o'clock, cranking, getting drywall up on the walls. I know you saw one of my earlier videos where I was gonna do shiplap on everything, but turns out that's really expensive. So, and really time consuming compared to drywall. So I'm doing it on some of the main walls, just so it looks really cool. And then the drywall, I am planning on doing a texture to the whole thing. I've always loved textured drywall. Some people hate it, I love it. So I'm gonna do like a skip trowel sort of texture on every bit of drywall in this house. At least that's the plan. Obviously, you know I'm making this up as I go. So my bud Justin is back on his way over here today to help me again. He has been super duper helpful. And check this out, I even had Mrs. Zud working over here. I think it's the first time she's ever used a power tool. Check this out. Yeah, so that was pretty great. It won't be the last time she uses a power tool, I'll bet. I think she kind of liked it. So I'm over here walking around the house waiting for Justin to get here, but we're gonna finish up this drywall today. Let me flip this around and show you what we have done. It's a lot. So here we are looking at the master bedroom. We have drywall on this wall, on this wall, on this wall, and all over there. We just got to fill in this last little spot right there. And I had to go get more insulation so I could do that. So we should be all set now. The utility room, I had to get this dehumidifier because we're getting all this condensation on the windows. So I got to finish up my paneling in here. We got this small bathroom completely drywall. Look at this. And I can tell you that Justin and I are not great drywallers, but I got one little gap to fill in there, a couple walls here. By the time we finish this house, I think together we will be very average drywallers. So it's a little dark in there, but that's the main bathroom. And this is the small bedroom. We just have the outside wall to do here. And then just a couple pieces over there. So I'm doing the fiberglass non-faced insulation in all of the main interior walls, except for where there is a bathroom. The bathroom walls, like behind that wall there, and in the main bathroom, behind the shower and stuff, I'm using rock wool just because it has a little bit more of it's so dark in here. Just because it has a little bit more water resistance, actually a lot more water resistant than fiberglass, just in case we ever get water behind the walls. So things are going good. I had to crank up the heat a little bit this morning because it's set on 62 degrees in here, which is normally feels really good, but it is like 8 degrees outside this morning and it's cold, and I like to wear a t-shirt in here working. So I'm sure once we get working in here, it'll feel warmer. But I think we can get all this drywall installed today, and then I have lots and lots of mudding and taping and texturing. I'm probably gonna spend a solid week every day just working on finish work drywall. But that's a big step. That's a big step towards being able to live here. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Good morning, y'all. I am looking rough. Yeah, I had a dream the other night that my hair was like super long. And I hope that doesn't mean it's gonna take me that much longer to finish this house. Maybe I'll just keep growing it. I don't know. But anyways, it's Tuesday morning. We got a lot done yesterday. My buddy Justin, who you will meet soon, is on his way back over, and we're gonna finish up the last little bit of drywall. I got a couple full sheets, got this wall behind me, some smaller stuff, another full sheet in the big bathroom. And when we get this drywall done, look at this, this is a mess. When we get this drywall done, we are going to celebrate because it's been like a week, maybe 2 weeks working on nothing but hanging drywall. So we're gonna celebrate big. I'm talking super big. See if I can show you what I'm talking about. Big. Nope, I left it in the truck. It's gonna be big. You aren't gonna wanna miss it. It's gonna be huge. So I'm super looking forward to the next step in this phase. I don't even care what it is, the next phase. I just am sick of hanging drywall. Sick of it. So luckily we only have like 3 more sheets to hang and a couple smaller pieces, and we're gonna knock this out. So I'll get back with you soon. Last piece of drywall going up. This is it. Well, I got a couple tiny pieces, but we're not even gonna count those. All right. Yeah, that's a good one. This is the last piece, and then we are celebrating in a big way. It's gonna be epic. We have a choice between skydiving, bungee jumping, or something even crazier yet.
to celebrate. What do you choose out of those three, Justin?
I choose something crazier yet.
Yeah, it seems like skydiving and bungee stuff, that's kind of not as cool enough. All right, so last screw. All right, my cat is gonna love it up here. All right, let's get out from here. All right, I know I'm looking a little rough, but that's okay. Me and Justin have been drywalling for like, what, a week and a half, 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
We solidly accomplished in 2 weeks what a couple pros could have done in a morning. And I'm actually feeling pretty good about that.
Absolutely.
So to celebrate, we chose the craziest thing. You ain't even gonna believe this. So at my Christmas party the other day, we did like a gas station gift elephant exchange. And I ended up with the ultimate prize, which is orange vanilla Coca-Cola. Justin and I, neither of us have ever tried this. So this is gonna be our first time trying orange vanilla Coke. Are you ready for this? Because this is gonna get nuts. Here you go, buddy. I'll give you a little bit and you tell me what you think.
You're gonna wait and do a cheers.
Should we guzzle it?
That's too extreme.
That's like, yeah, that is kind of over the top. All right, cheers to finished drywall hanging. And thank you guys for watching.
Tastes like if you mix Coke and Orange Pop together, like when you're a little kid.
Seriously, it just tastes like Coke to me.
Oh, really?
I don't even taste anything else but Coke.
I think it tastes like just mixing the two together.
Way to go, Coke. That's a good one.
Huge disappointment.
That will be off the shelves in a month. Thanks for watching, guys. Man, is it just me? Or when you guys go to the pharmacy to get a prescription filled for your wife or for your kids, do they ask you all sorts of trick questions? Like, what are their birthdays? Like, seriously. I gotta get my calculator out to figure that out. Trick questions. I feel like they're out to get me.